Okay, so we got the generic setup for Pop! OS. Let's go ahead and resize Steam a little bit. Oh no. Welcome to Vensire Studios, and let's get into it. Alright, so joking aside, I'm just going to be discussing how it felt to be in Pop! OS, because I wanted to do a little testing of it on myself on 2404 before the new iteration of 2604 comes on in. This is not going to be exactly a long video, but regardless, there will be chapters in the description below if you want to just jump ahead. So I'm just going to go over the generics of what I thought of it, some of the issues I personally came across, and then what I hope to see when the 2604 LTS version comes out next month. And yeah, so the installation process was pretty much straightforward as any Linux OS, and I got it fully set up, got inside there, and overall didn't have that many difficulties. I felt it kind of weird that they have a thing showing you which window you have highlighted. I mean, it's kind of cool if you get kind of confused at times or something. It's a great kind of feature to highlight for some people. So that's kind of nice to see. I did come across a sizing issue though, where I had confirmation dialogues that just you couldn't accept or cancel out or something when it was at the default 150% scaling that it came with on my laptop. It just felt kind of weird. I changed it back to 100% and, well, turned off the highlighter feature, and, well, that seemed to be the end of the issues there. So it just generally seems like a scaling problem I came across. Now, for gaming, I had no issues whatsoever in general. Like, I loaded up inside Left 4 Dead 2, ran around, was messing about, my frame rates were perfectly fine, there was no issue with it detecting and playing properly on my laptop itself, which is a 3060 NVIDIA card, so, you know, it's a number of years old. No problems showed up there. I played some Dead by Daylight. There were no general issues there either. I did come across the same issue Linus had, though, with it duplicating the window. It didn't stay up, so that resolved itself rather quickly, and since then, when I booted it this morning, there was a subsequent update, and I could not duplicate that problem again, which seemed to happen when you minimized Steam. It's not when you close it out fully and hit the X button, it's when you just use the minimize button and brought it back up. What happened to leave a black border for what was Steam there, then you'd bring it up and then suddenly you moved it over and hey, oh look, you got multiple Steam launchers showing up there, so that was kind of strange. For Lutris and Heroic, you will have to enable the Wayland feature for Wine. If you do not enable it, games do not seem to launch at all. I didn't come across this problem inside Steam. Doesn't mean it won't happen. Yeah, my experience, it was kind of fine. It didn't have major issues other than just how you would expect for the LTS version of 2404, which is winding down now. There's no games. You can enable game mode though and use that. I couldn't get DaVinci Resolve installed via the terminal. I expected that. It is Wayland only. So you would have to use something like Resolve to Deb to get that installed. I did get that working from a it was from Bougie. I had to do that, but I couldn't get it recognizing the desktop graphics unless I installed the CUDA 2404 drivers. So being that this is literally 2404 for Ubuntu, I don't see that being a problem if you just have generic code, you know, set up and installed. So you should be able to use DaVinci Resolve from inside here. But yeah, like I said, I don't expect this to be long, so we're gonna get into the elephant in the room. yes, what I showed in the beginning is still there. So even after the update that I saw earlier today, I double checked, and if you try scaling it from any side other than the right side or the bottom, it's only going to scale. If you try moving it on the left side, it'll scale it on the right side. If you try scaling it from the top, it'll just scale it from the top and from the bottom instead. So that's kind of weird. There was an audio issue. When I took my audio interface and I had it plugged in and would load up a game, I just wanted to use my headset with the onboard audio. So every single time I had it plugged in, it would send the audio and automatically switch it back to the audio interface instead. The main reason was because I didn't want to get the big phono plug. That's the reason why I just wanted to plug in the headset and just use it in there instead of having to find the big phono plug to plug into the other headset that I was using. And every single time I would try to load up into the game, it would send it directly to the audio interface and it wouldn't leave it on the headset. Now, if I unplug the headset, it would leave the audio on the laptop without an issue. So that was just a really weird bug to kind of see with that going on. So that's really all I'm bringing to this. We have, what, a month away before the 2604 LTS version finally comes on out. So the things I would like to hopefully see with Cosmic Desktop is being able to, well, fix the the window screen resize issues with Steam. I mean, it's kind of a silly little thing, but it is still a thing that needs to obviously be worked on and fixed. The audio issue where if I'm plugged into, the laptop itself, I shouldn't have to fight with it to put the audio through there and not having it auto swap to my audio interface if I don't want to use that for my headset. And now obviously we'll be getting Game Scope on there as well, and you'd be able to use those kind of options then on the new LTS. So yeah, other than that, it seemed to work, kind of fine. I didn't have to put in anything for the games. Like I said, Strix Halo for like Linus was probably the issue itself with Pop OS maybe, and why he would have had to use the advanced parameters inside to get Left 4 Dead to work with Vulkan properly. It's just very strange, but either or, yeah. There it is. My next video, I'm probably going to be doing a clean install of Nobara, since I gotta put it back on my laptop now anyway. And I can go through, all of the nuances, you could say, with how I get everything set up from DaVinci Resolve to my gaming's setups and whatnot, and what I use there and everything else. So, yeah. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you didn't, you know what to do. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, if you liked what you saw here, hit that subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you later. Bye!